Yep, I look darker than normal. I'm trying to get darker the better, sweeter the juice. What you say, darker the berry, sweeter the juice. We live. Y'all can see me in the shot. I literally just got off the beach. I had to blow dry my hair, put some Nairobi on it. You know what I'm saying? Wash the salt water off me. I'm out here sand all stuck in between the cracks and crevices. But I'm here. It was a lovely day outside to be beaching. Y'all know I'm a beach girl. I was on my beach bike with my beach basket, you know, Bluetooth going. That's what I be doing, okay? Listen, full show for y'all. We're going to talk about Anderson .Paak being in a polyamorous relationship. I don't know if the women know, but I think they know, but I don't think they care at this point, all right? Definitely going to be discussing that. Also going to be discussing Lotto retiring. We're going to talk about that retirement plan. And hopefully she got some 401k to cover her, all right, because she going to need it. Also going to be discussing Beyonce. So Beyonce's thief, the one who stole them hard drives, is headed to trial, okay? I think he was given like a plea deal for like 5 years. If he goes to trial, he's supposed to get 6 years. I don't know. We're going to discuss the specifics of that. And I'm going to let you know what's going on up here, around here, down here with that, because I got a bone to pick with her. I don't like how this is going. You know what I'm saying? We'll discuss that a little later on the show. Also going to be discussing the nature of Simon and Fallon. I don't know if you guys know, we did a full interview with Simon in its totality, and he did not hold back. And so we shaved a portion of that exclusive audio that's only on TashaKLive.com to show you how he really feels about Fallon and some of the things that he said about her while he was married to her. And of course, she's hitting back saying no, but I mean, you know, we can all see kind of what's going on there. And we're also going to be talking about Pinky Cole being a terrible. And I want you to mark my words, because I know a lot of them get personal because they like to mix business with personal. But I'm not talking about Pinky Cole personally. I don't know who she is personally. I only know her business. And so we're going to be discussing Pinky Cole being an exceptional and terrible business owner, CEO. We got the receipts. We also got an employee that sued her, that we're going to call on the phone a little later to discuss just how bad it really was, okay? And so I saw her throwing shots at me. You said credible? Baby, I'm credible. I don't know who told you I wasn't credible. Who told you that? You see all this news we break. If I wasn't credible, you want to ask me to go in your restaurant and promote it for credibility. But we'll discuss all that in the show, but let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Listen, you guys know we're putting the ads towards the middle, and then at the end of the show, they still here. I just don't want to mess up y'all viewer experience, okay? Because y'all come here for me, you know what I'm saying? And then off the strength of me, these advertisers get some play to y'all. They trying to get to y'all. It's an even exchange, okay? So let's get on. So Anderson .Paak is packing. He in the meat pack district packing. Now, I'm a little shocked because, how he's doing this packing, because I've never seen Mariah Carey ever sell herself short. I haven't even seen her date a man and give him any. From what I'm being told by the industry and previous relationships that she was in, because I looked at the divorce decrees or the prenups and stuff like that, she will not, maybe before, I don't know what she's doing now, but you know, according to the docs and sources close to her, Mariah not having no type of intimate relations with no man unless you married to her. That's what I was told. Even Nick said that. They didn't do nothing till they got married. When she was engaged to the billionaire, same thing. They had fell apart. He couldn't wait no longer. He said he got tired of going to bed with blue balls. But she don't give it up for nobody. And I'm thinking, if that is still the case, because right now we're speaking hypothetical, I don't know what she's doing with her cat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But all I'm going to say is, maybe that's the reason why he took Jeannie Mai out on a date and was caught out kissing so early on. Remember that video of them kissing in the restaurant? In the speakeasy? That was Jeannie Mai. Looks like a first date. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was down there, you know, slobbing all over her face. He looks like a slobber, like he just, you know, he'll take your face and... But that's them. That's him and Jeannie Mai. Now, we were under the impression from this video that a bystander caught of these two, we thought that him and Mariah Carey had separated, but apparently not. They was out together, back together. Look at them, hand in hand. Yes, that's Mariah Carey. Now, he was just with Jeannie Mai less than a month ago, slobbing her down. But before Jeannie Mai, he was with Mariah. Then, while he was with Mariah, he was with the soon-to-be ex-wife. Are they even divorced yet? I don't know. I know he haven't, they're not divorced because they still going through it. You know what I'm saying? There's some child support issues going on. All I know is he better not be behind because they revoking passports. If you owe more than $2,500, you know what I'm saying, on child support, you ain't gonna be able to travel nowhere, okay? Passport bros are going out of business, okay? Because we already know the ones that have child support issues can't afford a separate household outside of the child support, so they go pay for it in cheap underground Latino countries where BBLs are prominent and they're selling them. So, preferably Dominican Republic, Colombia. That's their whole brand over there, So, yeah. So passport bros, be careful, be careful, be careful. There's a story that I want to cover, but I can't. I don't know, Jasmine. I may have to break the rules here because when it comes to Johnny Blaze, remember that football player that she had exposed? Mm-hmm. You remember him? And I ended up posting the story. And I think he got upset with me for posting the story. I don't know the football player's name. I'm just dropping some sideline wine, okay? But I may have to get involved with this. But you ain't got to put a picture up real quick. It's just some sideline wine. I may get it ready for Monday. Stay tuned for Monday on TashaKLive.com. But the Dominicans hit me up, and they was like, yo, the guy that you posted on your page, I didn't even know the Dominicans follow me like that. They said, the guy that you posted on your page? I said, yeah. They said he's wanted in Dominica for unaliving one of the working girls down there in the Sosua district. And the Sosua district is the district where a lot of men go meat packing, price shopping, if you get my drift here. We're still within the first 20 minutes of YouTube. I cannot cuss or say anything obscene. I'm sorry, guys. They don't think we're grown enough, even though we personally select that we're over 18 over here, but they still don't trust us, okay? Even though we can drink and we can shoot bullets in a war. Okay. But apparently when Johnny Blaze had came out and said that he had beat her real bad and she had pictures and stuff, he tried to come at me and say, you lying. And when I catch you, all I'm going to say is that I'm glad he didn't catch me because to the poor girl that he allegedly, buried in that backyard over there in Dominican Republic on a house that he quickly sold, we're going to get into the specifics of that, all right? And we're going to contact, because the family of that girl hit me wanting me to cover the story, and I may have to break a rule. I may have to when it comes to certain stories like that. Because, I feel like platforms like mine could really do justice when it comes to, time to really putting out the full story. And Johnny Blaze had alleged that he was, knocking her out, and she provided receipts of him trying to break into the house and stuff. And then there's a girl that's not here anymore. They've been looking for her since 2021, and you was the last person with her. Dominican Republic hit me. Apparently Tasha K is big in Dominica. Moving on. Back to... Yeah, we ain't finished with Anderson .Paak, okay? I don't even know how I got off track. Back to Anderson .Paak. So, I don't know do you think Jeannie Mai was just like a one-night stand? Do you feel like he probably went over there to Jeannie Mai to get some real quick? Because Mariah, they say she ain't giving it up unless you marry her. And he can't marry her because he's still going through a divorce. So, do you feel like Jeannie Mai... I'm going to be honest with you. And I may get some... I ain't going to say I'm going to get some backlash from y'all, but I'm sure she going to be in my DM talking. Yeah, for real. Jeannie Mai, to me, gives exotic side... She does. She gives fetish exotic side... And she's not all the way blazing, so she kind of like, you know, I feel like, you know, even though Jeezy married her, I felt like he just kind of, like I said, he used her. We saw it happen. We saw it go down. He got in. He got out. As soon as her job left, he left. His job was over. Okay? But even with the Anderson Paak, it just feels like nobody, they'll marry her, but then they don't want to stay, and then they'll go find like real wives or real women that they want to be with. I feel like she's giving geisha a little bit, you know. She's just an industry's bitch and single mom. What do they call it? I'm sorry. Eel sauce on the side. I mean, she said black men was dark meat on the side, so why I can't call her eel sauce on the side? Sashimi on the side. Why? Why? Edamame on the side. Like, she said it to us, I can say it to her. And they treat her like that. Because why he was with you, and now you back on social media doing dates with self. So they come get it and get what they need from her, and then they go. They don't ever stay. Just my opinion on what I'm seeing. I don't know if she's that, but I'm just saying it's just giving that. I think she should start a foot fetish channel, like a OnlyFans. It's giving that. It's giving that she, yeah. What y'all think, winos? You think she eel sauce on the side? Huh? I know she, do you? You feel like that? I do. Yeah. Y'all said she didn't even get soy sauce. We're not giving her soy sauce. Soy sauce is like, it finishes the meal. We're talking about eel sauce where we dip just the soy sauce, we put it all over the meal. Eel sauce, edamame, just the appetizer. That's it. We don't want a dinner. No. Yes, happy ending. You know what? We had an issue. Me and Shaq had booked couples massages. True story, okay? And we tried to go to Jeju and Gwinnett. Yeah. My friend was telling me about that. And so she was like, yeah, it's open 24 hours. And then as soon as I got through the front door, there was winos there. I said, I cannot stay here and strip naked and put on a robe and walk around with other winos. It just doesn't feel right. It feels against policy, okay? So I got my stuff up and I left. Shaq, followed behind with me, like this. We was ready to get the full experience, no happy endings, okay? But we ended up going because we just really wanted massages. We was just like, we work together, we business partners, we stress out together, we go through stuff together, kids shit together, money shit, like we really go through it. So, we ended up leaving Jeju. And we went to another parlor around. It just said massage on the outside. I didn't know Jasmine. I went up in there. The lady had on heels. And I was like, hey, y'all do couples massages? Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. No problem. So then I saw a man, like, leaving, like, fixing his shirt. I was like, well, maybe he just took off his shirt to go do the massage. And so, I don't know if I told y'all this story before. Did I tell y'all? Huh? And so they split me and Shaq up. And I was like, I thought we were supposed to lay down beside each other. Oh, we don't do that here. We don't do that. Everything private. Everything private. I said, okay, no problem. So I went downstairs, Shaq went upstairs. You know what I'm saying? All I know was there was some knocking upstairs. I don't know what went on. I have no proof. But all I know is that lady was like, ooh, you got some nice skin. Ooh, this skin is nice. What you do? What you doing? And she kept trying to go down to my butt. I was like, bring it back up. Bring it up. I don't know if Shaq got topped off. I don't know. I don't have any proof. If I get proof, that's a different story. We got some legal issues going on, okay? Because I'm suing them and I'm suing him, okay? Y'all got to start suing these men that y'all with for emotional distress. You know you can still stay with a man and sue him for emotional distress? Y'all didn't know that? And you could keep the marriage? Yeah. So, but that's what Jeannie Mai gives. Happy ending. I'm just saying. She looked like that lady that greeted us that had on the heels and the jeans. I said, how's she going to heels and the jeans? What's she doing? You know, it just, I don't know. I've never been back. I never went back. I said, no, we won't be going back here. And I said, check this shit. I enjoyed myself. I said, I bet you did, mother. Anyway, moving on. All right. Lotto. Happy Mother's Day. Happy pre-Mother's Day. Oh my God, y'all, we outside this weekend. Drop them kids off. Don't watch no grandkids for your daughters. Don't do nothing. It's all about you. I got a nanny for mine, okay? On Mother's Day, I'm spending it with me, okay? I went to Lamine school event. They gave us some cupcakes. They actually gave us mimosas today at school. I didn't know it had alcohol and I dropped 2. I was like, why am I feeling a little dizzy? What is going on at 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't drink this early. You know I'm a lightweight too. No. So yeah, we had a good day. But happy Mother's Day. I hope y'all ready. I'm sure y'all finna have Papados and Red Lobster, Juicy Crack. Y'all know where y'all need to go if y'all in South Florida. If you in Fort Lauderdale, you need to go to the Hollywood Casino because they got that Mother's Day buffet with unlimited seafood. It's like $99 and you get king crab, crab legs, all type crawfish. You get it all unlimited. Mimosas, drinks, bellinis. I ain't even getting paid to say this, but that's where I'm going to be at, y'all. May see me down there for real. I was down there last year and ran into some winos that was sitting right beside me. Yup, sure did. I had a plate full of crab legs. All right, happy Mother's Day, though. Happy Mother's Day, Lotto. Happy first Mother's Day, Lotto. Ain't you glowing even though her belly looked like paper mache? It do. I didn't even think when she put that belly up, I thought it was AI. I said, ain't no way why her belly so dark? But then I forgot, when we do get pregnant, we do get certain parts of our body turn dark. So it was a real pregnancy belly. Remember when she had told, did she tell Glorilla that she had accidentally revealed her pregnancy on TikTok and then people didn't believe it because it did look like AI? You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, it don't even match her skin color unless she doing a Nene Leakes around here and making them go 2 shades lighter on her. But that belly was black, child. But that's what happens to us when we get pregnant. We get black, then we get that long black line down the middle. I know she gonna have some stretch marks because she light skinned. Y'all just can't help it. It's all good. We got stretch marks too, you know. So that comes from scratching and not oiling down. You're not supposed to scratch your belly. Okay, you're supposed to, every time it itch, you're supposed to just rub it down. Just rub it and just smooth it out. I used to use cocoa butter, shea butter, what else? Kimi oil. I had a few different oils, okay? So, yeah. But Lotto says now that the baby's almost due, I think she's due any day now, if I'm not mistaken, by 21 Savage. He is married to another woman. She does live in a separate house with his children. They have been together since high school. They are never divorcing, from what I'm being told. He does live with Lotto in Lotto's condo. And Lotto announced today that she was retiring. She said, last album, my retirement album, thank you for everything, 529, okay? I don't really think that this is a retirement album because I really don't think she can afford to be honest with you. The music hasn't been selling for a long time. I did get insider information that she has been underperforming for her label, and so this is gonna be the last one out. She can't really go on tour with it or anything, so she's just kind of giving it to you because she doesn't have a budget anymore. And 21 Savage can't do it because he has a gambling problem, and he has 3 kids with his wife. So I just don't understand, why would she retire and she does not have a guaranteed plan? Not even retirement plan. Like, she's still in, ain't she like early 30s? Like she late 20s, early 30s? I don't, you too old to be retiring from rap and you ain't got no other business. What you finna do, stream your life? You stream your polyamorous life? Is that what you finna do? I wanna watch a special called Lotto on the Side. I would watch. I sure would. Lotto on the Side. Because that's her life, you know? Even though he living with her now, but still, like, he living with her in her condo building. Yeah. Yeah. So how do I know that? You know, ask the workers that work there. Good luck interviewing who's my source, you know. Now, I just interesting that she would retire. And if something happens to 21, guess where all of the benefits, his retirement, his insurance policies, guess where they go? Guess who gets them? Kiki, do you love me? Are we riding? Are we never, ever side me? Kiki got that bag on lock, baby. You ain't getting nothing. You got the man, but I got the benefits. Too young, baby, too young. You don't let one baby take you out the game. She thinks she's finna be a house. She can't be a house. I can't even say the word because she can't be that. She can't be a house. So she's gonna be a house side chick. That's a new house side. What would we call her? House mistress? No, she's not a mistress. That's a secret. House, what? Not house second wife. What would you? Winos, put the chat up. What would you call this? What would you call this? A house what? Huh? And he got a gambling problem? Nah, bro, I ain't putting my future on hold for nobody, for anybody that gambles theirs. No, ma'am. Lotto could have had anybody she wanted in the industry, but she said, well, I mean, I'm going to say this, huh? A house pet, damn. House dummy, house hand, household, yeah, housemaid. Ooh, handmaid. Handmaid. Y'all remember Handmaid's Tale? Handmaid. House girlfriend, sister wife. No, we're not saying sister wife. He ain't even taking her to Africa to get married. No, I don't know. But yeah, this is a little early, a little premature. I don't know what the game plan is. Like I said, I wouldn't settle for somebody that moved in. Like he doesn't even, the house he has in his name is with his wife. He living in her condo. So like, I wish that I would. This is what I be talking about. Like, y'all be thinking I'm against light-skinned women. Let me just say this for the 19,000th time. I just want light-skinned women to make better choices. I don't want them to figure that they won because, yeah, they got a rapper. She got with him when he was on top. Now he's not. Albums are barely selling. He's not on tour. He is making money gambling. And a lot of people are making money gambling, especially if they're rappers. Floyd Mayweather is making money gambling. So I'm just saying, like, no. Like, this ain't the move, girl. This ain't the move. I know the baby got you all. I want to be a house. Well, we can't call you a house. Moving on. Don't forget, guys, we got Picky Cole. Don't put it up yet. We got Picky Cole coming up. We got like a little short interview. It ain't too long. It's like maybe 5 minutes with the employee that sued her and her company for unpaid wages. Okay, so we got that coming up. We also got Simon Gubadia Wine on Fallon coming up. Okay, so don't forget that. Beyonce. This trial, Beyonce's thief who took the suitcases out of her choreographer's car. We got that information coming up. And of course, we got a second show on TashaKLive.com, okay? But before we go to break, we got some more wine to spill. Oh, don't forget, guys, you know I'm going to read questions at the end of the show. We're not going to do it in the middle anymore. So if you have information, if you want information or advice, unlicensed, unprofessional, untrained advice, email me on your love, life, health, relationships, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. It comes right to my phone. And at the very end of the show, after the last topic, I'll spend some time with you. I'll read some questions before we head over to TashaKLive.com for the second part of the show, okay? We got to find out who this baby's daddy is to Blueface's his latest baby mama, well, alleged baby mama. We got to find who's the baby's daddy, okay? We got a lot of stuff we're talking about over there. Will Smith's lawsuit got dismissed, okay? What else? Jasmine, who else we got for TashaKLive.com before we get into... Victoria Monet calling out Kaylani. Who else, Jasmine? Trina yelling at her husband on stage. Apparently he was in some females' faces. Who else? Neo saying he losing deals over his polyamorous situationship. All that more coming up on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe via the website to TashaKLive.com to catch that show. All that stuff is forbidden on YouTube. We don't even try. When you see a lot of YouTubers out here talking about, my videos is yellow because your stuff is uncensored. YouTube is not doing that no more, okay? All right, so up next, Tasha K. Jab, why you got my thumbnail that small? Blow it up. Give it some credit. Put some respect on my mugshot. Okay? Why? Pick your head up, girl. Why your head down like that, Tasha? Tasha, why is your head down like that? Why is you scared? What is going on? Because you was going to jail. This was your mugshot. You were going to jail. Y'all, look. We still look the same. What would I tell Tasha K? So apparently, Tasha K, well, it wasn't Tasha K at the time. Latasha Transrena Howard, all right, was arrested for the third time. Driving, well, I wasn't driving on a suspended license. This the time that Shaq put me in jail. I wasn't married at the time. Yeah, so we had a car, like a little putt-putt car when we first got together. We bought it from the neighbor. It was like $400. It didn't go in reverse. And I had a license, but I didn't know the license was suspended. But he was driving, and this was the day that we were going to Marshall's, and he was going to buy me an outfit and take me out to Ruth Chris to propose to me. But on the way there, right? Because we were going to go get the outfits. We were going to drop off my niece. You know, she was 3 at the time. Police pulled us over, and he gave them my license. He gave them my license. So when he gave them my license, they said, ma'am, step out the car. I said, why do I need to step out the car? I'm not driving. But I took both of y'all. I said, did you give him my license? Shaq been a snitch his whole life. Did you give him my license? We should have had a picture of Shaq up here, for real. I said, did you get, and he was like, well, he asked for it. I said, you follow too many rules to be an immigrant. Too many rules. I wish you were illegal. That way you can break rules. So here's the thing. So I ended up getting arrested in DeKalb County. They transported me to Cobb County. I sat there overnight. Shaq took his savings, came and bailed me out. And yeah, that's what had happened. There's a couple more of these for driving without insurance, suspended license. I used to get that help. My license was just suspended. I just got it renewed. Thank God. Thank you to the Florida DMV, to the black women that watch the show, they winos, because they saw me come up in there and they was like, Tasha, what you doing up here? I said, my license suspended. I'm trying to get it reinstated. So then they told me why it was suspended, so I had to go pay the ticket to get it reinstated. But they let me skip the line because that line long down there. It done got a lot shorter since Trump in office and stuff like that. So I guess they scared because ICE gonna be out there. And I was like, damn, Florida ain't nothing but immigrants, Mexicans, Cubans, and Haitians, and Jamaicans. So I was like, damn, now, shit. But yeah, since they want to post my mugshot, y'all know how I get down. Yeah, I was scared that day. I was like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. They say I owe $900 in tickets. I ain't had no $900, but Shaq had it. And still proposed the next day after he gave me Popeye's chicken. That was the dinner. He gave me the ring. That was it. He said, I ain't got nothing else to give you. You took my savings. You took the ring. Get your ass down to the courthouse and give me my green card. I said, yes, sir. So, yeah, I sold my soul for a green card in exchange for a green card and $900. How I look though, put the comments up since everybody want to discuss Tasha on these streets. You know, press ain't nothing but pressure. Press ain't nothing but pressure. I don't know who posted it. It was on my, as soon as I opened up X, you know, I was just like, why is my mugshot everywhere? What the hell I was trying to figure out, I said, what the hell I do? They got blogs telling me I'm going to jail. I was like, I'm going to jail? What I do now? Oh my God, y'all! Like, for if it ain't ticket, if you ever see me in jail, it's for some tickets, Florida tickets, for real. To be specific, I don't pay them. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to run me down there. You gonna have to put a court order in place to get me to pay them. So I don't even drive no more any damn way. So shit, what I need a license for? But yeah, there we go. I had Nala pull my whole background report, but it ain't nothing but traffic misdemeanors and a bad check I wrote when I was 19 because I was hungry to Burger King for $9.87, and it bounced, and they pressed charges on me for that as a misdemeanor, and I had to pay a $10 fine, and I was on probation for 2 months for writing a bad check. Yeah, then I started using check cashing places. I ain't explaining nothing. What y'all talking about? This is the story, right? Moving on. After the break. Pick your head up, Tasha. Don't be so sad, child. If you would know what you knew now, girl, you wouldn't even be sad. Right? It's okay. Don't do that. Don't be like that. We still got the same haircut, same face, everything. All right, after the break, we got Beyonce. Okay, we also got Simon going at Fallon. Got some exclusive audio from that interview, because you probably haven't even seen that interview, but that interview is good. So we're going to give you a little snapshot of how Simon is really giving it up, okay? All I can tell you is that, if the man could read, they should have made him a permanent housewife. I heard that Peter was putting together his own house husband, Real Husbands of Atlanta reality show is what he said, and Simon going to be there if he can get him in the country. I don't know how he gonna sneak him in the country. He can get another alias. We'll talk about that after the break, okay? And also, Picky Cole, stay right here. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. Let's go. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, has a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie Carroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here, a broom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun in my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the murder, when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? Silence, huh? Silence, huh? That was a lot of information, huh? Cat got y'all tongue? Put the comments up. Does Cat got y'all tongue? Cat got y'all tongue? Play with gentlemen, y'all getting a real deal up over here, okay? Real deal. We got a lot of people spend a lot of money to keep information off my channel, okay? I don't take bribes at all, okay? I'm just telling you. They go through other avenues to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. Just keep your subscriptions on TashaKLive.com. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. I didn't see. First of all, no, y'all not finna blame me for the white stuff, the Boosie shit in between the mouth. Y'all not finna blame me for that. I wasn't that close to him, and I can't see far anyway. So when he was sitting in front of me, I didn't even see it. And his mouth was talking so fast, but them cameras don't lie. I be telling people, have your shit together on these cameras. Have shit together on these cameras. Please, guys, there's 4,000 of y'all watching. Please make sure you have your subscriptions on. Please like this video. Matter of fact, we're gonna run this trailer one more time, okay? While y'all get those likes up. 800 likes and we got 4,000 people watching. We'll run these ads all day, babe. I ain't bringing you no Beyonce, no Pick Cole, no Simon Wine. I'll shut it down, okay? And make sure your subscriptions, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Double check. We'll be right back. Let's go. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie Carroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here, a broom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun in my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll with the murder, when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? Don't forget, guys, we're sponsored in part by Black-owned esthetician Inez Elizabeth Beauty. Somebody said I wasn't saying the name right the other day. Hyaluronic acid and kojic acid. Y'all know I can't talk right. I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? You lucky you getting this. This is as good as it's gonna get, okay? But these are the Brighten Up Serum drops, all right? So all you gotta do is, first of all, this bottle should last you months. You should only be putting it on the spots. Do not put this all over your face, and especially go out in the sun. It will brighten up your whole face, and you don't want that because it won't match. You only want to put it on the dark spots to level it out, and once it's leveled out, you discontinue use. These are some of my favorite drops. InezElizabethBeauty.com, InezElizabethBeauty.com, and don't forget, for all of my hair girls who want discount, authentic, real hair, FineHairLLC.com, FineHairLLC.com. All right, frontals, bundles, closures, all discounted, all real, all authentic hair. Very popular site. A lot of my friends use this, so I don't use it because I look, this hair is sweating already. Imagine if I had a wig on. Yeah, it don't want to look right. My head too little. I got a little peanut head. It does not do me any justice. Okay, I look like I'm about to rob a bank when I put on wigs. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. What them likes looking like? 1,000. Only 200 people took me serious? Oh, y'all playing. That's how y'all do me? Okay, damn. Y'all act like I'm asking y'all for money or something right now. Shit, I ain't asking y'all for no money. Nothing. All right, so Beyonce's Thief is on trial. Now, what I don't understand is why Okay, so let's talk about this. Do you have a picture of the thief? Okay, there we go. Why you got him looking like a baser? He looked like a dope fiend. Yeah, so this is the man that didn't know he was, I don't think he knew he was robbing Beyonce, but I mean, the car was parked in front of her tour bus, so it had to be an affiliate of some sort of Beyonce, okay? And so Mr. Kelvin Evans, who's 40 years old, of course, from Atlanta. If you are in Atlanta, don't leave nothing in your car. Don't even tint your windows. I tell people don't tint their windows in Atlanta. Because when the thief walk up, he need to be able to look and see there's nothing in there so he won't break your window. If you got tinted windows, they getting broke. They took my baby nebulizer. I had to go to the emergency room. Ooh, I was hot, 3 o'clock in the morning. They took it the night before, okay? In Chelsea building. She claimed she lived in some luxury building. I said, no, baby, this is the hood, okay? They got to my truck, security right there. They got to my truck. She had my truck because she was moving furniture. Y'all know I use them big monster trucks, them white boy trucks. You wouldn't even know Tasha K is in the truck. Black on, blacked out. Even police stopped me like, this is a nice truck. Thank you. Thank you. So do not tint your windows if you live in Atlanta. If you do, you gonna get robbed. Period. Point blank. And how I know that is because I didn't have tinted windows when I had my Toyota Camry, and I had a laptop and some bags sitting in the car. All of them was gone. They took everything out, every single thing. So don't leave nothing in your car. But Kelvin Evans, 40 years old, Atlanta man charged in connection with the theft. With her theft, he has a criminal history going back to 2002. So he is a professional thief. Okay. Now, he also has convictions for armed robbery, aggravated assault, and vehicle theft. That prior record, they're saying that his prior record is a big deal in this. But if it's an isolated offense, you can't bring in priors in some instances. It's telling me by the looks of this, he got a public defender. But here's the thing. So on July 8th, 2025, because I'm making sure that I get this right, he allegedly broke into a Jeep Wagoneer parked in the garage on Krog Street in Atlanta. The vehicle belonged to Beyonce's choreographer, Christopher Grant, and dancer DeAndre Blue, who had parked it ahead of her Cowboy Carter tour stop at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He shattered the rear window, that's what they do, and took 2 suitcases. Now, inside those suitcases were 2 MacBook laptops, Apple AirPods Max, designer clothing, and sunglasses. Most critically, hard drives and flash drives containing watermarked, unreleased Beyonce music, I guess, and footage, show plans, past and future set lists that, of course, they use to train the dancers and stuff like that. So they needed that music. Now, surveillance footage connected a 2025 Hyundai Elantra to the theft. Now, the car's owner told the police their Uncle Kelvin had borrowed it for about 30 minutes. Damn, they snitching on the uncle? Hey, I would never snitch on my uncle. He used to go steal meat for us all the time. He used to put the meat in his drawers. As long as it was wrapped in plastic, we put it on the grill. We did, every time. He used to come back with them big steaks. So he in jail right now for stealing meat. Right now. He 50, no, how old is James? James 62. Yep, and he go to jail every time for stealing meat. He used to steal curtains too for my auntie, his mama. So he's just a petty theft, but he's never received like 5 years, 6 years. He's been stealing his whole life. This man has been stealing his whole life. So now, surveillance footage connected a 2025 Hyundai Elantra to the theft. They pulled the footage. The car's owner told the police that Uncle Kelvin, damn, man, had borrowed it for about 30 minutes that night and returned it with unfamiliar suitcases in the back. Now, what happened to the suitcases? What you do with the suitcases? Now, here's the thing. So he was indicted by a Fulton County grand jury on felony entering an automobile with intent to commit theft and misdemeanor criminal trespass. That's where I have the issue. So you mean to tell me when somebody broke into my Toyota Camry, it was a felony theft? I feel like if these were really felonies, Atlanta wouldn't have the highest car theft, breaking into cars rate that they ever have. This, to me, is exaggerated. This is where I have the issue. Because I feel like because it's Beyonce, he's getting this Emmett Till treatment. Now, I'm not saying the man not. What they're trying to give him is 5 years prison flat. That's what it say here. 5 years prison flat out, okay? He says no, tell the judge I'm ready for trial now. And so he's going to trial on May 11th. We'll be watching that trial for sure, okay? The jury selection will be starting right now, okay? Because of his prior record, if convicted, he's looking at 6 years rather than 5 years, that he turned down. Now, here's my thing. I feel like this is excessive, because cars get broken into all the time. I don't feel like it was unreleased Beyonce music, because if it was, it would have been uploaded by now. If the dancers had tracks, it was for that current, because they practice on the road. It was for their current shows. I feel like they're exaggerating this more than what it is, and that's why he's like, take me to, I want to go to trial. I just feel like 5 years for 2 suitcases that had some Michael Kors shades in it and some laptops, that's excessive. And he's a petty theft. This is not like he robbed a jewelry store. It's not like he robbed the Brinks truck and took $1.8 million. I don't know. I think maybe a year is good, but 5, 6 years. We know child takers that got less time. The man clearly has a habit. Look, he smoked it up. Or either threw it in a bin and burned it. I don't know. What y'all think? Put the comments up. What y'all think he did? Y'all think it's excessive? I feel like because it's Beyonce, this is why it's becoming a felony and they're giving him all this time. No, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Beyonce, free this man. That music wasn't worth nothing, child. That music wasn't worth it. You ever notice the album sales, don't apply to her because she doesn't worry about it. She just drops an album and goes on tour. Girl, bye. Nobody's going to buy the album. They're just going to listen to the songs on tour. So what does it matter if it leaks? Just perform them on stage. You're going to get your money back. Girl, bye. Moving on. Oh, my God. Simon and Fallon have been fighting, okay? And so let me pull up. There's a lot has been going on. Simon is determined to clear his name. That's why he gave us that 2-hour interview that he gave us on TashaKLive.com regarding Portia and Fallon. But he spoke of some things when it came to Fallon. Now, let me pull up the little receipts here. Jasmine, do we got the receipts on Fallon and Simon? Them arguing back and forth on who cheated, and she claiming she didn't cheat. He said she did cheat. He said she cheated with the man she married to now, who was originally supposed to clean the pool, but he was cleaning her pool. He was cleaning her pool, y'all. He was cleaning the pool. She's an older woman. He said a lot in that interview. I don't know what part my team posted, but Fallon has already denied cheating, but Simon says otherwise, and why they're arguing now, I don't know. But here's what Simon had to say about the ordeal. Here's a snippet. Like I said, go ahead, Simon, speak. So did you and Fallon bring women into the bedroom or no? Or it was just something she just did on the side?
No. It's something she was doing on the side, but she wanted to legitimize it. She wanted to legitimize it. She told me to go watch a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but basically it was a John Travolta movie where, the characters were drug dealers, they were friends, and they were fucking this one chick. Okay? They were having a polyamorous relationship. I have to go. She told me to go look at that. Fallon told me to go look at it. I said, what are you talking about? I don't really understand what. He said, go look at this movie. Go watch this movie. So I watched the movie. I said, oh, this is what this bitch wants. She wants to have 2 men who know about each other. And so I asked her, after I watched the movie, I said, how are we going to make this happen? How does this happen? Because now I already knew in my mind I was done with this marriage when I realized what she was advocating for. I said, but I'm going to play along. This is the fucked up part about me, Tasha, that I'm about to expose to you. I'm a very patient man.
Okay.
So I said, how's this shit gonna work out? What are we gonna do? She said, well, he could come and stay in the guest house. Because we had a guest house that was separate from the main home. He could come and stay there. I said, okay. So what is in it for me? She said, well, you can be with whoever you want to be with. I said, Fallon. I said, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. Because, I can do the multiple chicks and all of that. I said, but there's no bone about me that wants another man in the same room or vicinity, or that if you want to this man, you can go do all the you want to do with him. Remove me and my money and my family away from that bullshit. You can go do that all by yourself. But I said, what is going to be in it for me? She said, well, you can go, you can have somebody. And I said, you don't have it in your disposition to be able to accept Simon another person. You don't have it. You're gonna lose your motherfucking mind if I agree to this arrangement and actually execute it against it. I can do it, but you're not gonna like it. And I'm also not going to put my own resources behind this behavior. So if you want it, you can go do it by yourself. So after that, then I started moving the envelope along on how she was gonna get the fuck out of my life.
Damn. Simon, listen, I ain't know you was like, I ain't know you were a gangster like this, Simon. I ain't know you had it in you, bro.
Listen, I prefer to live a quiet life as best as possible. I live in a country and a nation that I've learned so much from in terms of self-restraint, but at the same time, I also see the way they move. They don't let lies. They don't allow lies to grow a tree in front of them. They would tell the truth respectfully.
Right.
And that is the wavelength I'm on. That if Portia wants to go down this road with me,
I ain't got nothing to say. Fallon says she didn't cheat. He says she did. He also revealed some very personal information about Fallon in that interview. Go watch it if you got some time a little later on this weekend. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. It's on TashaKLive.com. TashaKLive.com. It is a 2-hour call with me and Simon. That's what we do up over there. And I'm mad that my team, he didn't cut out that mother in part. I'm going to get him. I'm going to start docking his pay. I promise you. Every hour, I'm going to start docking the pay. We ain't supposed to have no hardcore words up over here. Okay? But yeah, that's Simon. So Fallon, I don't know what you want to say to that. Because we ain't put that out publicly. It's the first time y'all hearing it if you're not a TashaKLive.com member. So a lot of y'all be like, I'm not paying for that. Okay, don't. It's cool. But all I know is the reason we have it is because when we put content like that over here, they demonetize it. So y'all are saying, oh, but you're making money on YouTube. Not on that type of content. We're not. They turn it off. They say it's not deemed for advertisers. So that's why it goes to TashaKLive.com. So we can monetize it because we deserve to be monetized when we got an entire team that got to eat off of content. So, that's our story. And that's it. Moving on. All right. Before we get into Pinky Cole, all right, and her being a terrible business owner, terrible, okay, and the fact that she's trying to big herself up is just looking worse by the day. If I were her, I would just abrupt. I don't know if Real Housewives of Atlanta was for her. I know she thinks she got this in the bag, but I'm like, you not with Tasha K out on this internet, you don't. I'm just going to say it in plain English by remembering. I'm going to try to remember your name while I'm saying it, okay? Before we get into Pinky Code, we are going to run a little ad, and then we'll be right back after the break. Please make sure that you are subscribed. Please check your subscriptions, especially if you're new. Welcome. Put hashtag new. Let us know if you're new up over here. We want to know. We want to make some noise for you, girl or boy, whoever y'all. Okay? All right, we got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass too. Let's go. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie Carroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here or boom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun in my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the murder, when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? All right, tell them I'm about to call her. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So don't forget, if you want to watch that interview, you do have to go to TashaKLive.com to watch that as well, because that will be demonetized on YouTube. But I'm sorry, we travel. You know what I'm saying? We spent a lot of money getting these. We got to make our money back. That's just the nature of doing business. I ain't in the business a lot of y'all. It is what it is. That's the product. We selling it. You want to buy it? Great. It's on TashaKLive.com, $12. And once you pay the $12, you get access to all the other interviews that are over there. So parlay, have at it, all right? Please make sure your subscriptions are on. And don't forget, guys, oh, we're good. We're ready to go. Pinky Code. So I've been watching this whole thing unfold on social media. You know, we talked about this on Monday concerning, you know, her CFO being indicted for taking almost $140,000, okay? And we gave our critique on it. That video was down now because we had to make some edits per the court. I said, but once we make those edits, it'll go back up a little later next week just to ensure, because I know a lot of you guys were asking, like, where's the video? So we got to comply with the court. So here's the thing. That's what you got to do. You got to get a court order. That's how we work around here, okay? We'll get that video back up, but we really went into detail regarding, you know, what happened with her CFO. Now, Pinky's business started in 2018. In 2022, she was given loans by the SBA. She was given private investor loans, angel donors, up $25 million plus. Everybody's coming after her for this money because they want to know, where did the money go? From 2018, we're 2026 now. She lost the business, I believe, in 2024, if I'm not mistaken, to an under-the-table bankruptcy, which means you could do a soft bankruptcy where it's not on federal record, and you can buy back your business. So a lot of people were trying to figure out, like, she had all these locations. She was booming. She was doing amazing marketing-wise. People were lined up. You know, she had it popping, right? And then, of course, people are seeing that, and she's able to kind of show the, you know, expanded growth on the business. But then once they got that money, everything just kind of went downhill. And it went downhill real fast. Now, 2018, by 2022, she got money. She didn't even really survive. If I'm trying to be technical, I would say Pinky ain't even been in business a good 7 years before she, like, especially in the restaurant industry, a lot of people say three years, maybe 5 years. I think in the restaurant industry, to know that you got something good, you need at least 7 to 8 years, okay? to actually figure it out to see how it's going to do. But her numbers, she was able to go down there and get, some SBA loans of $1 million plus, $25 million from angel investors on the restaurant. And I told you, it just went downhill fast. Now, the CFO of her company, what's his name again, Jasmine? I forgot. Don't get me the line. Yeah, but the CFO of her company is indicted because she's under bankruptcy. And, of course, they got to show where this money went. You don't get to go claim bankruptcy and not give us receipts on where the money was used. So they get to hire. Same thing happened to me. You get to hire people to comb through your finances to ensure you are being honest. And this is a good faith bankruptcy, that you're not trying to hide, you're not trying to run off and stuff our money into trust funds and put it in other countries and live your best life and then not put it towards the restaurant. And so when the CFO indictment came down, I was just like, but it's only $125,000. She was like, oh, it's a lot more than that, and I'll let you hear her say that in just a second, because she was sending shots. And like, Pinky, listen, you could just say it. You're not giving me no clout, boo. I got it. I am the clout. What are you talking about? Have you not seen the internet? Okay? So here's the thing. A lot of people getting a lot of good checks this month, all right? It's a good YouTube month for them. It's great for us every month. But for them, oh, they up. We outside. I know. But here's the thing. Like, so you could just say my name. That's just what it is. Like, listen, this has nothing to do with me disliking you personally as a person. This is entrepreneur to entrepreneur talking to one. I'm still in business. You're not. Barely. Okay? And you better you better be on your game if you think you're gonna run down there with all that debt and think your husband is not going to have to share some liability. You better hope that you ain't transfer no funds of that money that they gave you to his company. They're going to come after that too. I don't think she knew what she was getting into going down into that bankruptcy court. Because in order to get it confirmed, you got to be clean, bro. Your business got to be clean. They got to be able to trace it. And so just by the way she was doing business, and she's already out here doing interviews to try to throw the CFO, the chief financial officer, under the bus as if he was the CEO, the chief executive officer. He's the finance officer. He does not run the business. But she's trying to, hey, if you stole this, I got to put charges on you because I am not going to be liable for anything that you stole. But that's only $150,000. Where's the rest of the money that they gave you? What did you do with it? You said you had family and friends running a business. That was the reason why your business went out of business. And I'm going to really give you my thoughts on on the type of businesswoman that I really think she is in just a second. But I'm just trying to tell you everything that's unfolding. And all of this is unfolding on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're watching her, just kind of, market her, or whatever her business ventures are, while trying to do Real Housewives of Atlanta and try to explain the financial part. But the more I'm watching this, the more I'm seeing that Pinky is just great with trolling. She's a troll. And she trolled her way into a business. And it worked for as long as it worked. But then when you see a concept and you're selling hot dog buns with vegetables for $20 and I don't even see, like, I've been to 3 locations already. I have not seen them busy at all. I don't even understand how they survive it. I don't know what's going on. I promise you. Maybe there's some money on the side. I just don't know. All I'm going to say here is that this right here is not going to be your vindication. And I got upset, even though what he did was wrong as a CFO, okay? But you don't get to blame him for your misuse of funds. Yes, he's your CFO, but you deviated and gave him CEO position, but without taking the CEO position. And so now that the business has gone to shit, you want to say you're vindicated. Watch this interview. Watch this interview. A clip from this interview. You got it? Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all of the media companies who circulated real news, okay? But just make my little JPEG a little bit smaller.
Pause. Go back. I got several calls on this because I know she's upset over my coverage that I did on Monday that we will re-upload. I'm a real media company. That's what's got you taking shots right now. I'm a real media company, a media business, a big business. I am not a content creator or a personality. I run a media business. We have all forms of media, movies, documentaries. Do you understand? Content like this, exclusive interviews. Don't play with me, Pinky, don't play with me. And under a bankruptcy, I'm still in business. My bankruptcy is still confirmed, okay? I'm not out of business. Do we take hits? Yeah, but 95% of our business is doing great. But that other 5%, it comes with some lessons. That's the cost of doing business. But it shouldn't cost you your whole business. You're bad at this, but I just wanted to point that out. Don't come at me like I'm a blogger. I'm not, baby. This is a media entity. Look at the registration. Let's go.
Shout out to all of the media companies who circulated real news, okay? But just make my little JPEG a little bit smaller, okay? Because Pinky Cole didn't get indicted for anything. If anything, I got vindicated because for years I have been fighting and battling my reputation for the work of other people. And you know, Bar Vegan was my company. I was the CEO of the company, but I did not run the company. So I was the financier. So I financed the project, but there were other people running the company, specifically the person who was indicted. He was the CFO, and he's the one, the only one who touched the finances. So, you know, there was a lot that was taking place. I was having babies left and right, but I was not running the company at the time. During the time that we got an unpaid wage lawsuit at Bar Vegan, but obviously because my name is on the door, and as a CEO, which you'll learn, Chase, as a CEO, when it's good, they're going to say your name. And when it's bad, they also going to say your name. So to finally get some vindication after the last 4 years of people saying and judging and having opinions about Pinky didn't pay these employees and she didn't do all of this stuff. Today is a great day. Because like I only operate with integrity, and I put people in position, mainly him, to do the right thing. And I didn't even realize that he was, that's a lot of money to take from a small business. And it wasn't just $87,000. It was actually more than what y'all see. But to take $600 every couple of days, that equals up to $25,000 in a short period of time, tells me that I didn't have the right people paying attention. Let's be honest.
I would be very careful if I were you, Pinky, to say that you're vindicated and saying that he took that when he hasn't been convicted. See, you got the biggest platform right now. You got the biggest platform. You got Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're great at marketing. But I would be very careful to say that you're vindicated over an indictment that you spearheaded to try to throw meat to the alligators. It's like, sacrifice you, because I shouldn't have to take this unpaid wage lawsuit that you were sued for. But if your name is on the door, you get the good and you get the bad. You're the CEO. A CEO, Chief Executive Officer, is the highest ranking executive in a company responsible for making major corporate decisions, setting the strategic direction, managing overall growth and profitability. Your CFO ensures that your company, okay, with the funds that are coming in, you guys can operate. Now, you were put in charge of 20, let's just round it off, $30 million, and it's gone. And you're saying that you're vindicated because he got caught taking $600 there, $600 here. And if you went on, because that interview went on, I'm not going to play the whole interview, but that interview said, oh, I was a CEO. I went off to have babies. I was just having babies. So I wasn't running, like he was running the company. So your CEO was running CFO, which is Chief Financial Officer, okay? And he was running CEO. So you were not managing your CFO. You're above him. So that means you give him direction. And if anything does go wrong with the mismanagement of the funds, millions of dollars, you don't get to put it on him, and he hasn't even been convicted yet. And you're already claiming it's a victory with no proof. I would be very careful how you come at this, because if he doesn't get convicted, he can turn around and sue you. he could turn around and sue you. Because what you're trying to do now is create a different diversion, like a diversion in that bankruptcy so that because you know all your finances is going to be on the table, all of it. All of what you're using for groceries, what you're paying for nails, all that shit is in your restructuring, okay? It's a long process. It took me 2 years to get through my bankruptcy. 2 years to get a federal judge to say, confirm, okay? And now you want to say, out of the millions of dollars that you were given, you're vindicated because he took $87,000 and $600 there, $600 there, which I could easily say because, you know, I've worked in restaurant industries. It sounds like petty cash withdrawals. It sounds like he needed cash to operate the business. You were at home having babies. You weren't running it. So he had to do the best he could with not having experience with running restaurants, but he had experience with managing the books and working with your tax accountants, working with your bookkeepers, but you passed him on and made him a general manager, CFO, CEO. He wore many hats, and remember, you said you hired your cousins, your uncles and stuff, and they helped to run the business down too. She's a terrible business owner. Let me tell you how much more terrible she is. I'm gonna call the girl here in just a second that sued her regarding this bar vegan situation of unpaid wages, because I heard, according to the lawsuit, they got paid $2.13 an hour, which is standard, okay? Which is standard practice, but they had to give 25% to the house. Now she's trying to, in so many words, blame it on him as to why they had to give 25%, as if she didn't know anything about it. But if you're the CEO and you structure the business on how it's being ran, I tell, even as a co-CEO in my company, hey, this is how we're going to distribute. This is how much people are going to get paid. I say that as the CEO. So you trying to blame him for mismanagement when it's your name, your business, the investors gave the money to you. Girl, we're just getting started. And the only reason I'm pissed with her, one, yeah, she's taking shots, but two, these are black people, black employees and black people that you are throwing to the wolves after you gave them responsibilities that they weren't qualified for. That's what makes you a terrible business owner. Terrible. I would never sit up here as a CEO of my own media company and blame Jasmine or all the other people that work for me for something that I create every day, and they help and support me to run. At the end of the day, when this business take a hit, it's Tasha K. If we take a win, it's Tasha K. But I don't like people like her because you don't want to take responsibility. Now, before we get into the newest, in my opinion, grift, because she's a grifter. She's a professional troll grifter. She grifted with the nasty vegan food, okay? It was overpriced. Not even a vegan in totality, I don't think, because your husband runs a meat company. Okay. It's down the drain. Your husband's company is surviving. He told you he would give you the $5 million to clear the bankruptcy. You said no because you do not want to pay these people your money back. And I heard her in a Breakfast Club interview say this. Well, yeah, they didn't go after the business or the business. They gave me the money. So yeah, I'm in bankruptcy. So it's like she found a loophole. She better be careful because I'm telling you, them adversary hearings, when they try to figure out if you did this in good faith or bad faith and you doing all these interviews, they're going to use that shit against you because you think you're just so good at what you do. When I know that latest book that you got out ain't even a real book. She printed a cover, an AI cover called The Wife in the Basement, and then sold y'all a PDF of an AI-generated book. Tell me I'm lying, Pinky. Tell me I'm lying. I dare you. Send me some paperwork. Tell me I'm lying. The book cover, The Wife in the Basement, is just an overcover on another book. Tell her to take it off. Tell her right now, not tomorrow, not in 2 days. Don't go down to Kinko's trying to print a hard copy book. Place the book on social media. Take off the cover. See if it says The Wife in the Basement. No, she printed a book cover, put it over another book, sold y'all a PDF, saying, buy my new book, The Wife in the Basement. She's a professional grifter troll, and she's a terrible business owner that exploits her own employees, no different than Peter Thomas. But I still ain't got nothing against you, girl. I ain't got nothing against you. You're a beautiful black woman. Okay? Sure, you're a great mother since you too busy having babies and not ensuring that your black employees were getting paid. Now, let me call up this employee that sued her. Let me get my reading glasses on, child. Okay? Hold on for a second. Hold on. Now, my team tell me let me just get on the phone, okay? Hold on. She also sent us some receipts. Are they visible enough to show them receipts, Jeff? Barely.
Hello?
Hey, Simone, how you doing?
Hey, Tasha.
Fantastic.
I'm doing good.
You got 5-10 minutes for me?
Yeah, uh-huh.
All right, so you sued Pinky.
Yes, I did. I sued Pinky, yes.
Okay, of Slutty Vegan. Now, you spearheaded the lawsuit. It was your lawsuit that caught media attention for the unpaid wages, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so tell us what was going on in the restaurant and led up to y'all not getting paid fairly.
Okay, well, what was going on in the restaurant was she was taking the cashier
It
tip.
is.
She was promising that she would give them the tip after the end of the day, after they cash in, but she would pocket the tip. And then she would come back and lie to them like she was going to pay them, but she never did. So that was one of the things that was going on in the store. And another thing that was going on, she just kept making promises. She was promised she was going to give us more money, like the hourly rate. Like if we make like $15 an hour, she said she was going to pay us $18. And for the manager who made like $15 an hour, she was going to pay them $20. That never happened. So I'm just breaking down in detail, just some of the things that she said she was going to do that she never did. She would just distract us. Like she would say something that's very promising and try to distract us to get us all excited, and but just to lie to us.
So she said things to entice you to keep working.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Were y'all checks ever late?
Yes. Okay, let me tell you about the check. Did you see the group check that I sent you? The group check?
I did not see that. My team saw that. So, but tell me about it. Just very briefly.
Okay. Okay, so you got group check in Atlanta and you got group check in Baltimore, and both of them were talking. So in some of the group checks, the people were talking about their checks. They said the checks was not cashable. You can't even cash them at a liquor store. They was talking about, I can vouch for this because I was one of the person talking about it. But they said that, let me see, she messed up she would mess up the check one week and then the next week she would mess it up again, and people would be complaining about their rent. They had to pay rent. Yeah, so she would mess up people's check where she had to go through 3 payroll companies. And one was Paycor, and one was Co-Advantage, and one was Toast. So she went through all these 3 payroll companies, and just to tell us that we couldn't get paid. I mean, that is crazy. I don't understand how somebody can go through 3 payroll companies within 6 months and still not able to pay their employees. That's crazy.
So overall, did you prevail on your lawsuit?
Yes, it's I'm working on it right now. She don't want to pay.
So she put you into bankruptcy too?
I'm saying that again.
So if she owes you a judgment, how much does she owe you?
She owed me $40,000.
$40,000.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your position at the restaurant? Were you a server / manager? What were you doing?
No, I was just a prep cook. I was the lady in the back that cook all the food when they come in. I'm that lady in the back that be back there cooking.
Okay, so this is crazy. So she owes you $40,000. Did she include your debt in the bankruptcy?
No.
She probably
No,
did.
no, she
It's
didn't.
so new. It's so new that she's probably gonna list it because you got a judgment, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so she's gonna put it in the bankruptcy, and she's gonna nickel and dime you on that. So you'll probably get $4,000, maybe that, over the course of 5 years, because she filed a Chapter 11. I'm in a similar Chapter 11 situation myself. And so what they do is for unsecured creditors or even general secured creditors, you still only get like 5% of the debt. She only has to pay that. Now, for things that are non-dischargeable, of course, it being that it's non-dischargeable, it still can be in a bankruptcy, but it'll just stop garnishments and collections or whatnot. And so she still has to honor things that she cannot get, like, discharged. So you may, I don't know if your judgment is dischargeable or not, but like you're gonna get something because it's not a Chapter 7, but it won't be the $40,000. You'll probably get $4,000 over 5 years. And I'm sure she got taxes put in that. I'm sure she's got her house, her car, current business revenue, profit and loss, going into that. And then, of course, all the people that she owes. So the SBA, investors, all of that stuff. So it's all going in there. So I don't think you're going to get that whole amount at all.
Yeah, I kind of figured that too myself because, she owes so many people. She owes so many creditors and stuff. So I kind of summed that out already.
You think she's a good boss or a terrible boss?
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't cuss on here. No, Tasha, she's not. She's terrible.
Okay.
She is very terrible. She walks in the store so arrogant. She's looking at people, with them big Garfield eyes. She just stare at people. You know how employees, I'm quite sure when you walk in, you professional, you speak to your employees.
Right.
When she walk in, she don't speak to us. She just stare like as if you could. She look at us like we trash, and she looking so arrogant. She don't speak to us. We have to speak to her, She don't be smiling or nothing. And then she come in sometime with her husband, and it's like she babysitting him. He looks like he just got picked up from preschool. I mean, it's like he just do whatever she tell him to do. Like he don't have his own mind, So, and it's like, she's just a very, very arrogant person, and she's not humble. When God blesses you, you're supposed to be humble. You don't supposed to, because you can come the same way that you became high, you could become low. You see what happened to her when she was in that car accident, and God was trying to tell her, you're moving too fast. When she was in that car accident and she got hit with that mattress, God was trying to wake her up then. When her car got stolen, the Bentley, God was trying to wake her up then. When all them things that was happening to her, that's the same time that she had, she was doing me wrong. And I prayed, Tasha. I'm a lady of faith where I pray. And the timing was people be saying that's coincidence. It's not a coincidence. When I prayed, I promise you the Lord had heard me. And when I tell you, you cannot play with a child of God, when I prayed that timing within April, that's when that mattress had hit her car. And this is not no witchcraft. I don't want people talking about this, oh, you working witchcraft. No. God said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no wrong. And this is not no witchcraft or no wicked stuff. This is you messing with a child of God and you don't do people wrong. Okay, if people supposed to get paid. If a person works for you, pay them. You are worth your own wages. That's what the Bible says. But we get off that right there. But
I got you. I know you wanted to get this out, and I appreciate you coming forward and being courageous enough, to tell your story. And we're gonna try to get some of them group chats out of the employees talking about them not getting paid, and she blaming it on the CFO that he was supposed to do. And no, it's you. You're the CEO. You ensure everything runs right, and you don't get to blame nobody but you. That's it.
And that's what I'm saying. She don't like to take responsibility. The only responsibility she likes to take is the money. That's it. But she don't like to be accountable. She always want to throw it on somebody who's up under her, working for her. She just never want to take the responsibility for what she did. You know. But karma is real, and it will come back and eat you up.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much, and we'll be in contact, okay?
Okay, then.
All right, no problem. Real media. Jasmine, would you say shout out to all the real media companies? Baby, we so real media. That's why we on Real Housewives of Atlanta with our content. They license it out every season. They call us, hey, can we get permission to run your clip? Kelly Farrell, come on now, like Portia, all of that stuff, baby. We just getting started with you. I don't like that. And then when I found out you were a professional grifter, you want to take credit for all the glitz and glam, but when it falls down, oh, you did it. No. When we take a hit, Tasha K, sorry, I told them today in the meeting, my bad, y'all, my bad, sorry. We gotta adhere to some court orders. Sorry, but we moving forward. One thing Tasha K employee can't tell you is that they ain't never not had their money. Okay. Now, a lot of people thought we was, let me be quiet. Here's the thing. Get her off the screen. My evil twin. Biggie, I'm the wrong blog. You want to leave my name out your mouth now? Leave my name out your mouth. I'm going to have every employee you ever had sitting down. I'm going to have your cousins down there too you trying to blame. Okay, we will dissect and open it up. And you can't sue nobody right now because you're in bankruptcy. What you gonna do? Listen, so I will just walk a thin line and just be honest and stop blaming these hard-on people, like these hard-working people, for your mistakes. You are a terrible business owner, and I don't think anybody else is going to invest in you. So she's going to be using Real Housewives of Atlanta to grift with y'all with fake AI books that she writes. And y'all getting Kindle downloads because there's no hardcover book at all. It's fake. But y'all go ahead and buy it because you think it's cute. She's a terrible housewife, by the way. Terrible. It's like she's trying to be somebody that she's not. Or maybe she is that person. I don't know. Maybe I'll take her serious if she had on a wig with a swoop. You know? All right, guys, listen, we're about to head over to TashaKLive.com. There ain't nobody email me no questions, so I'm good. I'm happy. Let me see. Let me get the line. Oh, somebody did email me. All right, so happy hour question before we move on, okay? So if you want your question read, email me. Love, life, health. I'm your unlicensed, unprofessional, untrained therapist, okay? You're going to sue me for this. I'm just kind of giving you my personal opinion on what I would do, okay? unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. Winos, we got somebody that needs help. Should I stop talking to my daughter? Tasha, a few years ago, my daughter told me that my sister, baby daddy, actually outed her when she was 8. So basically, touched her inappropriately when she was 8. I went right to the police. We went to court, and Tasha, my sister, testified for her baby daddy. She went on the stand saying that ain't nothing happened in her house, and she was there when my daughter indeed said she was there a lot of the times it happened. Anyways, after court sentencing, he was sentenced to 25 to 50 years. My daughter started back talking to my sister like nothing happened. I told her I think she should think about that relationship. My sister, with my sister, she got mad and told my sister. She started telling my sister everything me and my husband talk about in the house. Next thing I know, my sister is making a status about stuff in my house and letting people bash me on Facebook. And when I say stuff, we would say stuff like blah, blah, blah is masculine and aggressive because she is. My birthday passed a few days ago, and my daughter didn't say happy birthday to me. But my sister's birthday before mine, and she posted her and everything. I'm really hurt because I did everything I could and she would rather be over there. Do I just leave it alone? She is 18 now. The court sentencing happened when she was 15. She told me all this happened when she was 13. She also said she didn't tell because she didn't want to break up my sister's family. I just feel like I've been by her side and I just got pushed to the back of the bus like she tried to do Rosa JK? Oh, like she tried to do Rosa joking. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh to keep from crying. Okay, that's tough. First of all, your baby is 18. Her frontal lobe here is not developed. The military think it's developed for her to join and go shoot a gun, but it's not developed. She ain't got no damn sense, okay? And so y'all are probably fighting, and so your sister is being more like a friend to her, and you're being a mother. So she's just over there killing time and being messy. All right, that's what 18-year-olds do. But what you can do is you can put up a boundary and, create some distance between y'all until her frontal temporal lobe starts to develop. And when it starts to develop, she'll be like, oh, aha. So you kind of have to be quiet in this situation. The more quiet you are, the louder they get and the more stupid they sound when they start listening to their own voices. So she want to be up over there under your sister who took her baby daddy side or whatnot and he got sentenced. Let her be there. Let her be there. Let her feel that. Let your sister be there for her. Don't worry about it. Sweep it under the rug. I know it's hurtful. We all go through it with teenagers. I done been through it. But guess what? By the time she turned 20, she'll be right back. Right back. Apologizing. And that's your baby at the end of the day. So you always got to be there for your baby. Even when you see her as the op. Because I know our kids can be ops sometime, and that's tough. Because it's like, I really fuck you up around this month. I really would. I would drag you through the store by your ponytail. Play with me. All right? Good luck to you, baby. Good luck. Just give it some time, okay? All right. Thank you so much for writing in. If you guys want your question read on the next show, which will be Monday, please email us unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. Before I go, we are sponsored in part by Pluvi Activate Drops. These are my favorite fasting drops. I actually fasted until 3 o'clock today, okay? And so what I do is I'll put a full dropper of these, not 5 drops, but a full dropper of these in my water, and I'll drink those to suppress my appetite, especially while I exercise, because when you exercise and fast and don't eat, you actually burn more fat while you're fasting, okay? And you tap into that bad fat and burn that faster than anything else. And so brings down sugar levels and everything like that. And a lot of people have trouble with their brain talking to their stomach, and you may be telling them I'm hungry, but you're really not hungry. A lot of times you're thirsty and stuff like that. And so I use the Activate Fasting Drops. They're on my site, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. Leave me a review and let me know how they work for you. And don't forget, guys, listen, I ain't trying to tell you, I know there's some hantaviruses and stuff out there going on. I know we under another quarantine. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm not going to tell you nothing cures anything because I'm, not a pharmaceutical company. I'm not allowed to say that, okay? I'm not a doctor either. But all I can tell you is that anytime I come down with something, I take 5 drops of oil of oregano 3 times a day, 5 drops like this, okay? Or I'm around somebody that's sick. Guys, I stay and I live on planes. Y'all ain't seen me sniffing, hacking, and coughing in about 2 years. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give credit to oil over oregano because I can't do that. But all I'm going to say is anytime I feel like I'm coming down with something or I've been around somebody that's got something, I put oil over oregano, 5 drops. It's raw, extracted, organic, vegan into my water, and I drink it. It is strong, okay? Putting these bad boys on a bacteria or a virus, I've seen scientists do it on social media, and it eradicates it right there. So I'm not saying that this is what it's doing, but I'm just saying this is just my placebo that I use, and it makes me think that I'm getting cured when it could be that or it couldn't be that. All I know is the reviews are great. ShopTKDeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. Don't forget, guys, if you're an author, we got a book club. All right? You guys know all the ads are saved for the end of the show. I appreciate y'all sticking around here. If you want to be a part of the book club, please visit itsTashaK.com. Go to Advertise and book an appointment with one of my digital sales agents, and they'll get you started. And don't forget, guys, we got 2 spots left for the mogul, my mogul advertising membership. So if you are a business that's established, but you're still kind of working and doing that business at the same time, but you're not generating enough revenue because you need to advertise more, this is the program for you. You do have to have a digital service or a digital product to join to be qualified. We don't just take anybody because we actually got to see some success in this. I don't want to be around here like Coach Stormy, and then y'all got these businesses, and y'all ain't getting no money, and then, you know, y'all are being promised 6 figures and 7 figures and stuff like that. No. Our formula works, but we got to meet each other halfway. Results may vary. We've scaled businesses to $1 million businesses. Easy, okay? I've scaled my own. Using my own platform and my own ecosystem. It's TashaK.com. Go to Mogul Making on my site on itstashak.com. Book a call with one of my digital sales reps. They'll see if you qualify, and you can join the advertising membership. We're only letting 30 to 50 in. We're capping it at 30 this time because we actually launched. Sunday is the last day. I do want to say that. Mother's Day is the last day. After that, we're not taking no more until we get these moguls in rotation and in circulation. Okay, and then we'll open it up for 20 more. So you will have to put yourself on a waiting list if you don't take this serious, okay? And you do have to wait till somebody drops out to get in, all right? We'll be doing our yearly conferences with the moguls. You'll be doing small business networking. You'll have a plethora of influencers, other businesses to help market your business so that you can make money in your sleep. I'm a business owner at the end of the day. I'm an entrepreneur. All right, a good one, okay? All right, guys, what? Oh, y'all want y'all lottery numbers? I'm trying to remember. Hold on, I wrote them down. Okay, lottery numbers that I dreamt about. Okay. Okay, hold on real quick. Okay. I got them written down. I wrote them down today. Because I be dreaming about numbers all the time, especially if I'm like hitting the herb. All I see is numbers. It's weird. Okay. I got 603. 603. That's the number that I dreamt about. Somebody just called me the other day, not called me, but they on DM said the last number we gave them on Wednesday, it hit. They played it for 2 days, but then the 3rd day it came. Just stay with it. Stay with it, okay? All right, guys, I love you. Jasmine's going to take you home with some ads. I'll see the rest of y'all right now on TashaKLive.com. TashaKLive.com. Go to the website to subscribe. I'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you paid $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against your broom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun in my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the murder, when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? After months of planning and negotiating, I am excited to announce that ShopTKDeals.com is now extended to you. If you are a creator like myself, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're just someone that just wants to make passive income as well as main income, ShopTKDeals.com now offers that invitation to you. So which means you can become an affiliate partner and make anywhere from 30 to 40% on each sale that you make on ShopTKDeals.com. Okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now. Go on over to the website, shoptkdeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay?